Coach, these fans have waited for this moment for decades, but playoff football has come to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mariota gives to Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Right here. Watch right. Watch the out.
A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Watch twins.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help him out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Point it right. To you. I'm going back to you.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got?
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert! 49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mariota now from the 50. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is just taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hurry! Pistol.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Mike, check 33. 33. Watch the play. 3. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Now Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go. Slam.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight dog.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get him. Check.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Mayfield, he's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Good. 180. Pistol. Defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
180. Watch the run.
Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
3rd and 14.
Here's Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Mike. You're not ready.
Now Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 49.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
9 yards. That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Good. 180. Right, 49. You can't block me. You can't block me. What's that?
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield now from the 50. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mayfield now. It's caught by OBJ. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 27, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set, 180. Back to pass. Under crush.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Watch it, you're fine. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. King. All right, let's get there. Jim.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Here we go. No. Watch the ship. Point it right.
Hunt going to run for it. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable here for Callaway. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Browns drive about to get started.
Yeah. Check the hot read. Hey, alert 33. Alert.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
King. That's track. Hey, orbit. 49's a money.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Run.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10.
Let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Defense, get out the field, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. Double up.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Regular.
Throwing, Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down. It's Henry, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And it's defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch up.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
All right, D, look at it. All right, D. 49, 8, exit.
First down, Mayfield. And he rifles it, complete, caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, high 7. Big touch.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 47-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get.
Continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal